If you want to learn how to build a holiday strategy on Pinterest for Q4 or just any other holiday that has come around on Pinterest that you want to target, today's video is for you. You want your content to be found during Christmas time and the lead up to Christmas because you want those Q4 sales. Trust me, I want them for you. But the clock is ticking on getting your Pinterest strategy up and ready, and there is still time, which is why I'm publishing this video. So hopefully you watch it and then go and do the thing. Holiday success on Pinterest isn't just about publishing a few gift guide pins and hoping for the best. In fact, it is a little bit more than that. And in today's video, I am going to give you a framework that you can follow going into Q4 and repurposing for any other holiday on Pinterest that you want to use it for. Hi, hello, my name is Farris and I'm a Pinterest marketing educator and strategist, and I have been working on Pinterest and inside of this platform for 9 years. And this video today is brought to you by Pinterest. Thanks, Pinterest. Let's talk about why holidays on Pinterest are different first. Now, if you are new here, you probably haven't heard this before. If you're not new here, I'm sorry, you're getting the lesson all over again. That's how we remember things, right? So Pinterest is a platform that pinners, as we are calling them, I don't think Pinterest calls them pinners, as the users of Pinterest are planning throughout the year, they are doing that early and often, and they are gathering ideas from all over the web and saving it to their Pinterest boards, but they are also gathering ideas from all over Pinterest that they engage with as well and saving those to their Pinterest boards, sometimes months or years in advance. Pinterest holiday search behavior is specific to Christmas, if we were to take that as an example, already picking up and coming off the x-axis of the trends tool in July. Okay, that is 5+ months in advance of the holiday actually happening. Now, because pinners are such planners, they are doing this for a variety of reasons. They obviously want to make their holiday season amazing, but there's probably a bit of a budgeting component that goes into it as well. I see so many people complaining, and some of those people might be you, when you walk into Target and you see holiday decor on the shelves and it's not even Halloween, and you're like, oh, here we go again. Trust me, there are a lot of people that are putting those holiday items in their shopping carts, and these corporations know this, which is why the stuff is already on the shelves. People do this because they need to spread out their spending. We're not all made of money. So this is behavior that is common, again, throughout different segments of our society, but specifically very common within the Pinterest space. So I really want you to shift from last minute thinking of, oh, let me throw up a few gift guide pins, to more proactive trend-based planning. Seasonal spikes do bring really high intent buyers to your content, to your website, but only if you were ahead of that trend and publishing before it spikes. So as we dive into the framework for your holiday strategy on Pinterest, let's actually first talk about the 2 tools that you can use that Pinterest has already created for you in order to do this planning. Number 1 is the Pinterest Predicts tool. As you can see, the Predicts is a report that is put out by Pinterest once a year, and it's really highly tied into the Pinterest Trends tool, which is the second tool that you can use. Using Pinterest Trends, that gives you 4 main filters: growing, seasonal, yearly, and monthly. And these different trends will tell you, based on your interest segment or your keyword, what is coming or what has been growing over time in that space. So those are the 2 tools that you're going to use as we talk about the framework, which is what we're going to chat about now. Now, I've already told you that Pinterest users are planners, oftentimes planning well in advance. So here is an example on the screen, as you can see, of Christmas already starting to pop up in July. This specific example I found really interesting, which is Christmas gifts for coworkers. and it has a 300% growth month over month right now in August. And this is still the first 12 days of August when I'm filming this video. And you can see on this graph that it is predicted to rise over the coming weeks, clear into the shopping season. Now, this is really where I want you to start thinking about proactive versus reactive marketing. So instead of throwing up those gift guide pins, which I still want you to do, by the way, I want you to do it proactively. Meaning we are going to go and we're going to focus on the trends that Pinterest is telling us people are looking for. We're going to use those trending keywords to create Pinterest boards, to create Pinterest pins, and to get that content out into the world. So instead of thinking and planning based on vibes, we are going to think and research and plan based on trends. So let's actually just dive into the framework and the phases of planning on Pinterest. Now, phase 1 is research and planning. Phase 1 takes place roughly 4 to 5 months in advance of that major trend happening, especially if you're looking at a major trend like Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, sometimes a lot further in advance depending on what it is. So if I were pregnant, which I'm not, and I wanted to plan for the arrival of that baby, I could be planning for the arrival of that baby before I got pregnant, when I got pregnant, and then clear up to having that child. So it could be anywhere from 10 months in advance if I started planning as soon as I found out, to 18 months in advance, depending on how organized I am and what my personality is. This is where you're going to use the Pinterest Trends tool and the Predicts report to shape and research your planning and finding the keywords that you are going to use throughout your marketing strategy for Q4 and for the holiday. Now, phase 2 of this process is the content creation portion. This is the part where most people actually love to be. They love creating pins. They love designing things and being in Canva. At least a lot of my audience and my students love that part. There are some that don't, and I see you. That's okay. But I want you to not fret here, okay? I don't want you to think to yourself, oh my gosh, I have to create all new content. I don't want to do that. Well, good. You don't need to. You can start by repurposing what you already have inside of your business. This could be anything from products to content that you have that you can spend more towards a holiday marketing lens, whatever holiday that is, whether it's Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Christmas. I'm sure that you have content and products in your business that you can spin slightly a different way. I do have some examples of this, by the way. I'm going to show you just after I'm done talking about this part. But this is where I break the news to you that you might also need to create some new content or products to fill any gaps that you might have. Let the trends actually tell you what people are searching for, and don't just look for high intent or high search volume keywords. Be looking for keywords that have a lot of growth. That actually shows high intent because they have growth. Look for keywords with that little magic ball next to them, like the example that I showed you for coworker Christmas gifts. It had that little magic ball next to it. Look for those and see what you can find in your space, and let that be your guide. Now, this content creation portion is going to take place 3 to 4 months in advance of that trend peaking. Now, phase 3 is publishing and momentum, okay? Momentum is what we all want, but we obviously have to get it published. We have to get it into our scheduling tool. Now, a word on this, if you are using the native Pinterest scheduler, you can only schedule up to 30 days in advance. So this might be where you actually invest in a secondary or third-party Pinterest scheduling tool that allows you to schedule weeks ahead of time. Now, you can obviously start scheduling 30 days in advance in August for the holiday season, and that works just fine. It just depends on what you have going on in your business. But if you want to schedule all of your content going straight up to the holiday season, then this might be where a third-party scheduling tool comes in clutch. Otherwise, just use the free version right inside of your Pinterest account. This is obviously where you are publishing the pins that you create for your new and existing content or products, but you can also repurpose some Instagram or TikTok videos as well if you have any short form video from last holiday season. If you still have those products, if you still have those pieces of content on your website, then let's repurpose and reuse that content again. I don't see any harm in doing this. It might just be that you need to refresh the video or maybe change the music. Go back into your editing tool and see if you can zhuzh it up, make it fresh, make it new, add some context to it with some new Pinterest trending keywords if you need to, and then just get it into your scheduler. Okay, so as promised, in the content creation phase 2, I have some examples of how you can take a Christmas angle keyword and flip it into a new holiday, because I feel that my audience really thrives best, you watching this really thrives best when you have examples of how to do this. So part of phase 2 is repurposing this formula throughout the holiday seasons. So whatever holiday comes up, if you want to take a piece of content, let's say for example, it's a sugar cookie scented candle for Christmas and you wanted to flip that, you could do a Mother's Day spa-like gift, so like a Mother's Day gift, for example, and you could promote that for Mother's Day instead of just for Christmas. This might take a simple label swap, so removing the Christmassy label and updating the label on the product, which sounds in theory really easy, but I'm gonna leave that to you whether it actually is that easy or not. Another example could be a holiday decorating kit for cookies. What you can actually do is turn that holiday decorating kit into something like a Valentine's cookie decorating. It could be Valentine's Day cookie decorating with kids, it could be cookies for the classroom, it could be cookies for your loved ones. It could be an activity that you do together as a whole family. I know my family and I love doing cookie decorating together during the holiday season. So if I were to bring these out during the, Valentine's Day season, they would just be over the moon, honestly. They love doing it so much. Even my husband loves doing it, okay? Another example of this, let's say you sell a red plaid blanket in your store. You could flip that to be fall cozy home decor. Or if you sell a DIY wreath kit where you can swap out the decor on the wreath for Christmas, you can swap it out for springtime decorations as well. So it can go from a DIY Christmas wreath to a DIY spring wreath. You could do a festive charcuterie board to be a spring or summer grazing board. You get the point. You really do have so many options when coming at this holiday season strategy, and simply taking this framework of planning, content creation, and then implementation in the months ahead of it happening, and then plugging in your new trends and swapping the content themes out. I think all too often we as business owners feel like we need to be creating something new all the time, when the truth is we need to be marketing ourselves all the time. But we don't have to create something brand new and break this. But we don't need to be creating something brand new and burning ourselves out every single time there's a holiday coming around. So obviously, if you want to learn more about your Pinterest marketing strategy or getting ready for the holiday season or Pinterest trends, Pinterest predicts, whatever it is, you can always join us inside Pin Profit Academy. But just following this simple framework of research and planning 4 to 5 months in advance, content creation 3 to 4 months in advance, and then implementation in the form of publishing up to 3 months in advance, you are going to do just fine. So if you need more marketing strategies around Pinterest or tutorials on specific tactics that you can use to employ the things that we talked about, be sure to head on over here and watch these videos, and I will see you in those.